And here we go. So sit back and relax and make yourself comfortable. Let your hands rest easily on your lap and adjust yourself to the most comfortable position you like. That's fine. Just close your eyes and let them stay closed. I'd like you to notice just how much more comfortable you can feel by taking one very big, deep, satisfying, lung-filled breath. Go ahead. Another deep, satisfying breath. Doing great. You may already notice how good that makes you feel. Now then, I'd like you to think of the muscles in the scalp and forehead growing very comfortable and relaxed. You find that as you think of these muscles relaxing, they will do so. And as the muscles of the forehead relax, you may notice a slight increase in tension around the eyebrows. Concentrate on the eyebrows and all around the eyes, and this tension just fades away. Feel the tiny muscles of the eyelids relax and let the relaxation move deep inside the eyes, deep in back of the eyes. And as the muscles of the eyelids relax, you may also have a tendency to flutter. They may have a tendency to flutter, or they may close even more tightly. It doesn't really matter as long as they're relaxed. Let all the facial muscles relax over the cheekbones and the cheeks, the jaw and the chin, the lips and the mouth. Relax. Let the relaxation move deep inside the mouth. As the muscles of the mouth relax, you find that your mouth automatically becomes not too moist and not too dry, but just moist enough to keep you perfectly comfortable. Feel the relaxation spread deep in the back of your throat, deep in back of the head and neck, deep into the neck and shoulders. As the muscles of the neck and shoulders relax, it feels perhaps like 1,000 little fingers are gently massaging the muscles of the neck and shoulders. Now, let the arms relax. Relax the upper arms. Concentrate on the forearms and feel them relax. All the muscles between the elbows and the wrists relax. Feel the relaxation spreading across the tops of the hands and deep into the hands, deep through the hands to the palms. Now the fingers relax all the way to the fingertips. And as the fingers relax, you may or may not experience a slight tingling in the fingers. If you do, you find it to be a very pleasant sensation, a very pleasant tingling in the fingers. Bring your attention back again to the relaxed muscles of the neck and shoulders. Let the relaxation flow into the chest and lungs. Your breathing is easy and gentle. You feel yourself relaxing more and more with each gentle and easy breath. You're noticing now that the sounds that were distracting you become less so. You refuse to allow any outside sounds to interfere with your relaxation. Only the sound of my voice is important now. All the sounds you hear now become a part of your experience of comfort and relaxation as you continue to drift on down so comfortably, pleasantly, peacefully, relaxed. Let the relaxation spread into the broad of the back. Feel it move gently down the back to the small of the back. Feel the relaxation spreading around and deep into the sides. Let the muscles of the abdomen relax deep into the abdomen. All of the muscles of the abdomen and hips relax. Now let the legs relax. Feel the relaxation spreading into the thighs and knees. Let the calves of the legs relax all the way to the ankles. Now let the feet relax. The heels of the feet, the undersides of the feet, deep through the feet to the tops, and finally, even the toes relax. It feels so good to relax and let go of all tension and all care. Some people, as they relax in this way, feel their entire body becoming heavy and tired. Their legs, arms, shoulders, neck, and head become very heavy and very, very tired. Their head may feel so heavy and so tired. It gently drops forward and the chin rests comfortably on the chest. So heavy, so tired, so relaxed. Other people experience a feeling of lightness, almost as if their body and mind were drifting through space and floating on a cloud, drifting and floating, floating and drifting. It doesn't really matter what you feel as long as you are relaxed. As I continue to talk now, nothing more than the sound of my voice tends to lull you toward a very restful, relaxing form of sleep, completely relaxed all over. You're going down, down, deeper and deeper to sleep. You feel all muscular tension, all mental tension disappearing now, entering a beautiful, restful, peaceful, relaxing, and serene place known as hypnosis, where there's nothing to do, no one to bother you, nothing to disturb you, no one you need to please, no one you have to satisfy. There's only physical and emotional peace, comfort, and tranquility. More deeply relaxed than you've ever known yourself to be as you go deeper, deeper, and deeper to sleep. So calm, so comfortable, so relaxed, with no need, no desire to awaken until I give you the signal to awaken, because you're enjoying this beautiful space, this peace, comfort, and tranquility so very, very much. So deep asleep now that only sleep seems to matter. With each gentle and easy breath you take, with every moment that passes, with each and every word I speak to you, you just relax even more and go even deeper to sleep, even deeper to sleep. But no matter how deep you go into the hypnotic state, you will never be out of touch with the sound of my voice. And although you may be aware of all sounds inside or outside this room, you find that these sounds do not bother or disturb you in any way whatsoever. They just help you to relax even more and go even deeper to sleep, even deeper to sleep. My voice, and my voice alone, is always louder and clearer than all other sounds inside or outside this room. You focus intently on my questions and instructions. If you drop too deep, if you drop too deeply asleep, you will hear my voice say, now. You will respond to the word, now, and it will sound loud and clear, but pleasant in your ear, and you'll come up just enough to focus once again intently on my questions. Pictures, images, sounds, impressions, feelings float easily into your mind in response to my questions. Other sounds in the room around you focus you more intently on my questions, instructions, and suggestions. And if you should ever feel physically uncomfortable in your position, you can always feel free to change your position and make yourself more comfortable, realizing that as you do, that just helps you to relax even more and go even deeper to sleep. And as you continue to drift way down, I'd like you to picture and imagine yourself standing at the top of a beautiful flight of stairs. These stairs are covered with your very favorite type of color of carpet. These stairs are covered. There are 10 steps on this stairway, and as I count downward from 10 to 0, I'd like you to picture and imagine yourself slowly stepping down the stairway. With each and every numeral I count downward, with each and every step you take downward, you find yourself going even 10 times deeper asleep, 10 times deeper asleep. When I reach the count of 0 and you reach the bottom of the stairs, you'll be 1,000 times deeper than you are now, 1,000 times deeper. Counting now. 10. As you step down, going deeper and deeper to sleep. 9. Deeper yet, much, much deeper asleep. 8. So calm, so comfortable, so relaxed as you drift down. 7. Continuing to drift way down. 6. Deeper yet. There's no one to bother you, nothing to disturb you, no one you need to please, no one you have to satisfy. 5. Halfway there now as you continue to drift on down. 4. More calm, comfortable, and relaxed than you've ever known yourself to be as you drift on down. 3. Deeper yet, much, much, much deeper asleep. 2. So calm, so comfortable, so relaxed as you drift on down. 1. Almost to the bottom now, and you feel so peaceful, calm, relaxed, and tranquil. And with the next numeral, you go even 1,000 times deeper. And now, 0. With each and every breath you take, with every moment that passes, with each and every word I speak to you, you just relax even more and go even deeper to sleep, even deeper to sleep. And as you continue to drift on down, so calm, comfortable, so relaxed, I want you to go back into your memory to a time when you were standing at the front door of your house or apartment where you live now. You're now standing outside in front of the door of your own house or apartment. Your eyes are seeing that door. Your brain has registered it. You're there now. Now, I want you to make a leap of the imagination. I want you to leave the front of your house or apartment by lifting gently off the ground, and I want you to fly just as you might have done in your dreams. You're flying now, free and light, and you're flying to the ocean, to your very favorite ocean beach. You're now hovering over the beach, and you can see the lacy patterns that the foam makes after the waves break on the sand. You make a gentle landing on the beach, and ahead of you are endless miles of sparkling white sand that seem to go on to infinity. Not a single soul is in sight. It's a beautiful, clear, sunny day at the beach. You can feel the gentle caress of a soothing ocean breeze, smell the aroma of the sea, and taste the salt air on your lips. You can hear the soft cries of seagulls circling lazily overhead, and you listen now to the sounds of the ocean, the rhythmic sound of the waves as they lap against the shore. You're listening to the same restful lullaby that the ocean has been singing to men and women for thousands and thousands of years. Now you're soaring up over the ocean, higher and higher now. You're weightless like an astronaut, free of gravity. Dip and soar. Turn somersaults if you like. Catch the corner of a breeze and glide on it like a seagull. You glance to your right and you notice a fluffy white cloud. It's a small cloud, but it's exquisitely formed. It's a beautiful cloud with magnificent peaks and valleys. You feel at peace looking up at the cloud's fluffiness, its rich, thick fullness. It's soft and white, and it appears to be glowing as it catches the rays of sunlight and shines with beautiful prismatic colors. As you watch the cloud, you feel a great desire to ride on it, knowing that because you're weightless, this special cloud will hold you safely in space. You know that if you mounted the cloud, you would then be able to move into the heavens. You could enjoy the beauty of the twinkling stars, fly over to that cloud, and settle down into its soft, fluffy center. It's so comfortable on the cloud, so peaceful. And you lie back as if you're relaxing in an incredibly soft and comfortable easy chair. And as you float there on that cloud, so calm, so comfortable, so relaxed, you know that there's nothing to bother you, no one to disturb you. You have nothing to fear, and no one can harm you. A ray of light shines from the heavens and touches your strong and fluffy cloud. It causes your cloud to glow softly. The radiance is different from any other light you've ever seen. You can feel it as well as see it. It feels strangely wonderful, and it causes you to become very happy and content within yourself. And the cloud begins to float upward, higher and higher still. As you drift and float, float and drift, you glance easily down toward the earth. You can see the trees, the countryside, the cities and towns growing smaller and smaller until they look like tiny toys on a green blanket. You're rising higher and higher, far above the ground. Smell the fresh winds as the air becomes fresher and cleaner the higher you go. You breathe deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, and you settle back comfortably on your cloud to rest and enjoy the feelings of peace, comfort, and tranquility. And as you float higher and higher, a strange and wondrous thing begins to happen. You're going backwards in time. The years are falling away like the pages of a calendar. I want you to go back to a pleasant experience that happened between the ages of 20 and the age you are now. Go back to a pleasant and happy experience or event that happened between the ages of 20 and the age you are now. It might be something you haven't thought about in a long time, but whatever it is, it's a pleasant and happy memory which you easily access and remember. With each and every breath you take, with every moment that passes, this memory becomes sharper, more focused, and much more detailed. You are there, now. Notice how you look and what you're wearing. Notice your hairstyle. Be aware if there are other people around you. Take a few moments now to enjoy this memory until you hear my voice again. Recognizing and realizing that you can remember much more than this present life memory. Also recognizing and realizing that whatever it is that you're remembering for a reason. Of all the thousands and thousands of memories in your mind, you might ask yourself, why this memory? What is its significance? And the answer to that question may come immediately, or it may come in time when you least expect it to, just like all the memories you'll be experiencing today from this life and a past life. Continuing to move backwards in time, you're in your teen years now. You're 16 years old. See and feel yourself at 16 years of age. Notice what you look like at this time of your life. Be aware of what you're doing and if there's anyone else there with you. Growing younger still, you're 15, 14, 13, 12 years old. See and feel yourself at 12 years of age. Continuing to move backwards in time, you're now 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 years old. See and feel yourself at 5 years of age. Growing younger still, you're now 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're still moving backwards in time, back to the time of your birth and into your mother's womb, floating so peacefully in the amniotic fluid, safe and secure, just as you are now on your cloud. And still, you go further back through time and space. And although you're still uniquely you, you cease to inhabit the physical confines of your body. It's like you were a ball of radiant energy, and your cloud takes you into the vast blackness of space. Suddenly, you see an opening ahead of you, and it's coming closer and closer. You easily slip through this opening, and you now see that it's not merely an opening, but a tunnel through space and time, and it's filled with myriad designs and a multicolored light floating all around you. And there's a bright white light at the end of the tunnel. See the light far ahead at the end of the tunnel. As you speed to the end of the tunnel, you become aware of a sensation of rising energy all around you. You're aware of a high-pitched ringing sound that's growing in intensity. The multicolored lights dance around you, and you experience an incredible feeling of well-being, ecstasy even, as you realize that you're moving even further back through time, back through space, to a life you lived before this one, to another existence, a place and time where your own unique entity inhabited another physical body in another place, in another time. Coming swiftly to the end of the tunnel, you find yourself bathed in a beautiful, warm, soothing, and protective white light. And now you slip easily through it into a strange and glorious place that exists beyond time. You see below you a panorama of the earth from the beginning to the present date. You see all the lands, all the continents, all the peoples, and now your cloud begins to slowly descend, and as it does, I want you to be aware that in that great expanse of time and place that lie before you, your soul has led many lifetimes, but there is a particular lifetime that might have particular relevance to you now. This is the life you lived before this one, another existence, a place and time where your own unique entity inhabited another physical body in another place, another time, where your soul has led a particular life that has greatly influenced your present life experience. This will be a past life in which you will probably see a good many men and women who have come with you to your present life to complete a task left unfinished, to learn a lesson left unaccomplished. Whatever you see, it will be for your good and your gaining. This past life is your karmic counterpart, the lifetime that sowed what you are now reaping. For you are the counterbalance of your soul's previous expression. You will be able to see the reasons why your soul chose the parents, the brothers or sisters, the friend, the mate, the nationality, the race, the sex, the talents, the occupation you have. You will be able to see the purpose for the challenges, troubles, pains, and griefs that might have entered your life. And yes, also the joy, ecstasies, and delight. You will be able to see what you presently need to accomplish to complete a work left unfinished, a lesson left unmastered. You will be able to see and know anything your higher self feels you should know, see, and understand at this time. This will be a past life that is particularly relevant to the person you are today. Whatever you see, it will be for your good and your gaining, your understanding. Your cloud continues to descend, and as it does, and as you prepare to experience a former life, you're going to find that your subconscious mind will immediately remove you from the recall of any disturbing material that you may encounter or for which you may not be presently prepared to deal with. And if you so choose, you can always return to the peace, comfort, safety, and security of your cloud for the duration of the session. I repeat, your subconscious mind will immediately remove you from the recall of any disturbing material you may encounter or for which you may not be presently prepared to deal with. And if you so choose, you can always return to the peace, comfort, safety, and security of your cloud. Your cloud now comes to a gentle landing, and you step off of it. And as you step off that cloud, you're actually beginning to feel eager and even excited because you realize there's something for you to learn here. So, to help you learn, in a moment, I'm going to ask you some questions, questions which you will be able to answer easily and naturally without awakening or in the least disturbing this beautiful state of hypnosis. You will also always answer me in English so that I may understand you, and you'll always find me someone easy to talk to and comfortable to be with. So look down at your feet. What are you wearing on them? What are you wearing on your feet now, Jayne? Can you see your feet? Come up just enough to answer me, Jayne. Now, you've stepped off the cloud. What are you wearing on your feet? Can't hear you. Nothing? Your bare feet? What clothes are you wearing?
like it just doesn't have any shape.
Is it a dress or a wrap or pants or what is it?
Yeah, dress, I think.
Okay. From looking at the clothes, can you tell maybe what time period it is?
Oh,
You say that again?
no, I can't tell what time period.
Okay. So now step outside of your body for just a few moments and look carefully at it. Examine your body and notice the physical appearance and characteristics. Are you male or female?
Female,
About what age?
about 10.
What's the color of your skin?
White,
What about your hair? Is it straight or curly?
straight,
Color is it?
dark,
Is it short or long?
mm, sort of shoulder length.
Do you notice any distinguishing features that you have?
No,
Um, okay, so I'd like you to flash on a modern geographical name of the area in which you live. If you're having any difficulty doing this, then picture a modern geographical map and you'll see and recognize the name. What country are you in?
Ireland,
Are you out in the country or are you in town? Is there grass
in
under
the
your feet?
country.
In the country. Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
lots of
there?
lots of grass.
Lots of grass.
I
Okay.
want to say Galway.
You want me to go away?
No, the place, I think it's named Galway. Gal Way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now you have the ability to move backwards or forwards in time in this past life you're experiencing so you can learn even more. At the count of three, I'd like you to go to the age of 7 in that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. You're 7 years old in that lifetime. Someone is approaching you. There's a man and maybe a woman who are either your mother and or father in that lifetime, or they were primarily responsible for raising you. What kind of relationship did you have with them?
They're they're like parents to me, but they're not my parents. I think I may be adopted.
Okay. What are their names?
Michael and Elizabeth.
Okay. And so now they call you by your name. They call to you. What do they call you?
Teresa.
And Teresa, what is your last name?
Don't know.
Okay. And now for your own good and gaining, look at their eyes. Did either or both of them come with you into your present lifetime, regardless of their relationship to you now?
No.
Okay. They're going to take you by the hand and walk you into the house. And you look up and there's a calendar on the wall. And in big numbers, it says the year. What year is it?
1926.
1926. Okay. Now let's look at the karma, if any, you're meant to share with them. Wait a minute. No, moving on now. Someone else is approaching you, and you see that it's someone with whom you were very close. It might be a brother or a sister, a family member, a very close friend. You see that person?
Yeah,
Who is that person to you there?
an uncle,
What's his name?
David.
So now look into David's eyes, Uncle David's eyes. This is someone who loved you and supported you. This is the person who was always there whenever you needed help. And now looking into their eyes, did this person come with you into your present life, regardless of their relationship to you now?
Yes,
All right, who were they in this lifetime?
my brother,
And what's your brother's name?
David.
Okay. Now let's look at the karma, if any, you're meant to share with them. Are you meant to learn from Uncle David, teach them, or experience anything with them in this lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what it is? Is there
Yeah,
any? Go ahead.
it's it's I want to repay. I want to repay him in this lifetime with the care that he showed me in that lifetime. But I'm not able to do that.
Why is that?
I think that's the karma. That's the lesson to learn, is that can't always repay. And you don't have to repay it. But it doesn't feel right.
Right? And moving on from that same life, someone else is approaching you. It's someone with whom you might have had a rivalry and conflict. Do you recognize this person?
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's Kate.
And who is Kate to you?
So Kate is my sister-in-law, David's
It's
wife. But in
she's
that lifetime, she was an aunt.
but her name is
She
Kate.
was David's. Yeah, she was David's wife in that lifetime.
Okay. Did you ever resolve your conflict with this person? What was the
Like
conflict?
it was I didn't like her. And I didn't like her because she was married to him. And that carried over into this lifetime too. And I didn't like her in this lifetime. And I think that's why I can't repay him in this lifetime, because he knows I didn't like her.
So then was the conflict ever resolved? No?
No.
Okay. Now let's look at the karma, if any, you're meant to share with them. Are you meant to learn from them, teach them, or experience anything with them in this lifetime?
Yeah, I think I'm meant to learn from her.
What are you supposed to learn?
To be comfortable with unresolved conflict.
Now, back in that lifetime, scan the vibration of any relative or family member, an uncle, a grandparent, a cousin, perhaps, your husband. Or are you aware of any others who might have come with you into your present life? And do this for the next few moments until you hear my voice again. So, do you see any other relatives or family members who came with you to this lifetime?
Yeah, I think all my siblings were in that lifetime. All the siblings I have now, I think they were all there. And my parents, but they weren't my parents in that lifetime.
About your husband, your current husband here now in this lifetime? See there?
No, I don't think he's there.
Okay. So, who do you know who your siblings and your parents were in that one?
I think they were cousins. I'm not sure about my parents, but I think my siblings were like cousins. I think maybe my parents in this lifetime were like neighbors, or they were like farmers of the next farm. But I was quite close with them. I used to go and visit them.
Okay. You're now beginning to see clearly and to understand what you did in that life. In other words, your job, your career, your calling, your occupation, how you survived, and how you spent your days. This may be something that became so much a part of your life then that it might, on one level of consciousness, have affected your life today. What is it that you did in that lifetime?
Yeah, I think I worked on a farm, and that would explain why I just love being outdoors now. And so maybe that's why I've never been able to find a job, because I just need to be outside.
In that lifetime, I want you to see yourself as a young adult. See yourself performing some favorite activity, a game, a sport, or a hobby. It became so much a part of your life then that it has, on one level or another of consciousness, affected your life today. What do you see yourself doing?
I I'm with animals. I'm caring for animals. And I like animals more than people.
today?
Then, and
Then,
today, I think. Yeah.
is there a connection, karmic or otherwise, between your love for animals and your life today?
Yeah, because I have the rabbit and the dog, and we used to we used to share, like he like my husband now used to like take the dog and sometimes look after the rabbit, but now we're not speaking. I have both the rabbit and the dog, and he doesn't seem to care really about having them anymore. And so that's interesting that I have both the animals.
Now, for the next few
And I,
moments, oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was going to say, and I do care about them because one time I turned up at the house that he lives when he had the rabbit, and the rabbit wasn't being cared for, and I brought him back.
Now, for the next few moments, I want you to experience yourself performing that activity, caring for the animals and being outside farming. And do you understand if and how it has affected your life today? So how do you think this working on the farm and caring for animals has affected your life today?
I didn't I didn't know that that's what I should be doing, and I think that's why I've struggled to find a job that has kind of felt right for me, because I've never really thought about, although recently I have thought about working with animals, but only just recently. I've never thought about it as a career before, but I do know that I like to be outdoors, and I feel like I'm in prison if I go to a job every day that's indoors. It feels like prison to me.
Okay. So now someone is approaching you from that work situation, the farm. Look into their eyes. This may be someone who was your employer, your boss, your overseer. This may be someone who was your employee, your coworker, your servant, your slave even. But this is someone with whom you interacted closely at your work. Now, looking into their eyes, did this person come with you into your present lifetime, regardless of their relationship to you now?
No, I feel like he is here, but I don't know him yet.
Um, what's his name? There.
I think it's Patrick.
And what is Patrick to you?
So
There.
he's the farmer. He's like, I work for him.
Right. And you haven't met him in this lifetime yet. So now let's look at the karma, if any, you're meant to share with them. Are you meant to learn from Patrick, teach Patrick, or experience anything with him in this lifetime?
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to meet him, and I think we're supposed to be together in this lifetime.
Wonder if he's going to follow the same pattern and be the same name here.
Yeah, that would be easy.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
just look for any farmers called Patrick.
Did you marry in that lifetime?
No, but I feel like we will in this lifetime.
Well, did you marry anybody in that last lifetime, in this lifetime that you're in now?
In this lifetime, I did marry.
In this past lifetime in
But
1926, from
no, no,
1926?
no, I didn't marry them.
So you stayed single your whole life, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I would probably loved Patrick, but for some reason, maybe he was already married. I don't know.
All right. And did you have any children in that life?
No.
Okay. So moving on, I want you to relive a scene, a significant, special, and important moment in time with the person you married in that life. You won't hear my voice for a few moments as you do this. Now tell me about that scene.
Well, I didn't marry in that life, but there was a boy who I could have married, but I didn't marry him because I loved Patrick. But I couldn't marry Patrick, so I stayed single.
Moving on now, I want you to see scenes from that life that you need to remember for your proper soul evolution. Some scenes that will trigger memories that will help you in your present life experience. Some scenes that will show you clearly how certain patterns were formed then that have intruded both positively and negatively into your present life experience. These scenes that contributed to your current personality. These are scenes you need to remember, but you will see them in a detached manner. You will feel neither guilt nor shame. You will feel neither pride nor ego pleasure. You will understand them, why they happened. You will understand these acts so that your soul may grow and gain. The first scene you're viewing is a negative one. It's a scene in which you did something that was negatively influenced your present life experience. It may be a scene of violence, greed, lust, theft, brutality, deceit, even murder. Experience it now until you hear my voice again. So, what was that scene?
I think it was just that the boy who was interested in me, I was quite cold towards him. I
Quite
just
cold
kept
toward.
him
Oh,
yeah, I
you
kept
you
him,
were cold to him, right? Is that what you're saying? You were cold to him?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I kept him at a distance. I didn't want, I didn't want his, I didn't want him. But if I could have forgotten about Patrick, I think he would have been a good husband for me. But I didn't want him,
How do you
so I
feel
kind
this
of broke his heart, I think.
broke his heart? Okay. So, how do you feel this might have impacted your current life?
Yeah, that's really interesting because I do feel that I dated guys I wasn't really interested in this life. but I didn't go after the ones that I was interested in. So I think that it's definitely had a big impact on me.
What about the one you married? Did it have any impact on your marriage, on who you
Yeah.
chose?
Hmm.
How did it
Yeah,
impact
I
that?
chose I chose him. I didn't really love him, but he offered security.
You're now understanding how this has influenced your current life and the karma you might have created from this. The second scene you're viewing is a positive one. It's a scene in which you did something that was positively influenced your present life experience. It may be a scene of charity, kindness, love, self-sacrifice, martyrdom, generosity. Experience it now until you hear my voice again. So what was that scene?
I feel I feel that Patrick was interested in me, and I obviously loved him, but I didn't act on it because of he was already married. So I feel that it was, I don't want to say martyrdom because, you know, it was just self restraint, I guess. But it was difficult for me to not go there because I did love him, but I wouldn't because he was already married.
You now understand how this has influenced your current life and the karma you might have created from this. So, how does your restraining yourself from going to someone who's married that you're in love with, how does that affect your life today? What's going on today?
I always wondered why whoever I was with had an ex that was still in the picture. Like my husband had an ex wife who was very much still in the picture. And I had a boyfriend who was engaged. Not that she was in the picture, but she was sort of just, she bothered me because he was engaged to her. And anyone I was involved with, if they had an ex who was still around or
So you're saying the
talked
guy
about,
was engaged before he dated you, before you dated him, or while you dated
yeah,
him?
yeah, before.
Oh,
There was a guy who I saw who was married as well. Like had a, I did have a relationship with a guy who was married in this life.
okay.
So that's quite interesting that that's being played out, I think.
Okay. So going back and looking over your life one more time and looking at all the people that were in your life that traveled with you to this life, was your daughter there in that past life?
No, I don't think she was.
Okay. All right, continuing with this retrospective of that life, allow yourself to experience for a few moments the lessons of that lifetime. Recognize and understand how these lessons apply to your current lifetime. Can you tell me how they, other than what we've already talked about, is there anything else that you can, any other lessons?
Yeah, I think that's where the money blocks come in, because like I was very poor and money was, yeah, I never had any money then, and I always felt insecure, and so that's carried over into this life.
So when you were working for the farmer, you didn't make a lot of money. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
Hmm.
Recognize and understand what significant events and situations from that past life parallel your present circumstances. So can you see any situations or events that, uh,
Yeah, yeah, because that in that life I didn't have a home. I just lived like in one of the farmhouse, like it was just like a little sort of
like a tenement
house.
home?
Yeah. And in this life, I don't have my own home. And I feel like we're renting now and the landlord wants to sell. So that's made us feel sort of insecure. And I always felt insecure in that lifetime about if I lost my job, I'd lose my home. And in this lifetime, I've always changed job, home, and relationship, usually all at once, of
Hmm.
quite a few times. So if the relationship broke down, I would move and change my job. Or if I changed my job, I would move and leave the boyfriend I was with. And that's happened, say, 2 or 3 times in this lifetime. And I never knew why that was a pattern, but it seems to be that in that lifetime, that was my fear. I feared losing my home if I lost my job, and I didn't have the man that I wanted.
Okay. Recognize and understand why similar people, events, and situations. Okay, we did that one. No. Recognize and understand why similar people, events, and situations keep coming into this life. So, were there other similar people that came into this life other than your aunt and uncle and your cousins and your yeah. Is there anybody else?
No, I think only Patrick, who I haven't met yet, but I know he's here. He is in
Okay.
this lifetime, but I haven't met him yet.
Okay. Recognize and understand how this has influenced your current life and the karma you might have created from this.
Yeah, I kept my husband in this lifetime at a distance because I knew he wasn't Patrick.
Okay. Time is passing now, moving on. And now, for your good and your gaining, at the count of three, and not before the count of three, without pain, distress, fear, apprehension, or emotion of any kind, you're going to move forward to the very last day of your life in this past life you're now examining. You will not have died. You will not have crossed over into the spirit, but on the count of three, it will indeed be the last day of your life in this past life. Counting now, one, two, and three. You'll remember everything that happened, but you'll feel no physical pain or emotional discomfort. You realize that you're physically here and now, and this is simply an exercise in remembering. There's no need for you to experience distress of any kind on any level. You may disassociate yourself from the situation and observe it as if watching a movie or television. And should you choose not to experience it, you will simply not experience it. Now, it's a few moments before the time of your death. This is simply an exercise in remembering. There is no reason for you to feel fear, pain, distress, apprehension, or emotion on any level. Where are you and what are you doing?
I'm in the house that I've been living in, and I'm in bed.
How old are you?
I'm almost 40.
So, do you know what you're dying from?
I have a heart condition. I feel like it's a broken heart. I feel like I'm dying from a broken heart.
Now, death is very near. How do you feel about the prospect of dying now that it's so close?
I'm okay because I'm tired.
Did you accomplish what you intended with that lifetime?
No,
What had you hoped to accomplish in that lifetime?
I wanted to marry Patrick and have a family with him.
Tell me what year you died in that life.
1966.
It is now the moment of your death in that life. Was there anyone there with you when you died, or were you all alone?
Patrick was there. I
Okay.
think that's when I knew. That's when he told me that how he felt. He felt the same way about me, but I didn't know until that point.
Okay. It's now the moment of your death. Now on the count of three, and not before the count of three, without pain, distress, fear, apprehension, or emotion of any kind, you will pass through the experience of your death and cross over into spirit. You will have just left your physical body, and you'll find yourself in spirit on the other side. It will be just a few moments after you've left your physical body in this past life incarnation that you're now examining. Counting now, 1, 2, 3. See and feel your spirit rising from its physical shell. Is there anyone there to meet you? Your spirit guide, perhaps, or a passed on friend or relative from that life?
Yeah, there's someone, I don't know who it is though, but I feel like I did know them then.
Do you know if it was maybe a friend or a relative?
It feels like my mum, like my real mum. Like, because in that lifetime I was adopted, and I think my real mum was there to meet me
So it's
when
your
I
real
passed.
mom from that lifetime.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Are they communicating to you?
no, I just feel loved by them.
By them or by her? Is there someone else there?
Yeah, but I think both my parents are there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let yourself experience the lessons of that lifetime and understand how these lessons pertain to your current life. Do this until you hear the sound of my voice again. And now, with a flash of insight, you know why you lived that life and why you lived it with those with whom you did. Are there any other lessons that you learned other than what we've already explored and how they pertain to today, to your lifetime today?
Yeah, that's why I think in this lifetime I didn't feel very close to my parents. I think that
Did,
carried over from that lifetime because I was adopted in that lifetime. So I kind of felt that kind of distance between my birth parents in this lifetime. And also, I've always felt a bit of an outsider in in most situations in this lifetime. Like I've never really fitted in, and I think that's had an impact on this. lifetime because I was adopted in that lifetime, and I wasn't really part of it
Did they
in that
make you
lifetime.
did they make you feel like an outsider or something?
I think I made myself feel like an outsider. I think
Oh,
they tried to make me feel part of it, but I wasn't. And because I knew I wasn't, then I kind of made myself feel like the outsider, and I kept sort of a distance. I never really built relationships or got close to anyone.
I was gonna say, do you think that might be why you've always sought out people that you couldn't get close to or that didn't appeal to you?
Yeah, yeah, the emotionally unavailable one.
Okay. And now with a flash of insight, you know why you lived that life and why you lived it with those with whom you did. You see, remember, and understand what your true purpose and mission in this lifetime is. So
Yeah,
what do you clearly see as your mission, purpose, or lessons learned?
so I definitely need to find a job working either outside or with animals or both. And I need to find Patrick, and I need to lose that distance of not feeling part of the community, which I have been working on lately. I have been making an effort to be more involved in the community. And I need to get financially, I need to feel okay about finances, not be afraid of, not be afraid
What?
of money. I think like
Okay.
the whole subject of money was bothered me, and it does in this lifetime. I prefer not to think about it, and I think that's why I let my husband in this lifetime have all the dealings with finances, because I just didn't want to think about it.
You see and understand clearly what you are to do in this present life that will most aid you in accomplishing your mission. And so you said that would be finding the job that's working outside with animals or both, finding Patrick. Um, you said losing that distance, but you mean losing that emotional detachment.
Yeah,
Okay. And now you're filled with a wonderful sense of well-being. For now you know what you must do. You see clearly what you must do to fulfill your true mission in life. If you have before, you no longer feel sensations of frustration and anxiety. Now you know. And now you are floating back up into space, back up to your cloud. As you climb into your cloud, you stretch out and relax. All your body systems are returning to normal. You'll have no physical or emotional discomfort as a result of your experience on this trip. You're now floating on your cloud with all your organ systems returning to normal. You bring with you all the information and impressions which will be of benefit to you, and you leave behind anything that might be harmful or detrimental to you in any way. If it is harmful or detrimental to you in any way, you will simply forget it and it will no longer be part of your conscious memory. But before I awaken you, I want to give you a very powerful suggestion that will make you feel absolutely wonderful. Are you ready for it? Nod your head for me, please. Very well. Here it is. Wisdom erases negative karma. Knowledge erases negative karma. Understanding erases negative karma. Awareness erases negative karma. But most of all, intention erases negative karma. I contend that you can accelerate or rise above your negative karma through your intention. But know, realize, and understand that wisdom also enhances positive karma. Knowledge, understanding, and awareness enhance positive karma, but most of all, intention enhances positive karma. I submit to you that the knowledge, talents, skills, abilities, capabilities, and aptitudes that characterize the past life you just experienced is there for you. It's there for the taking. It was always there, and it was always yours. And now that you know this, it can be integrated into this, your present life, to make you a happier, more content, and fulfilled individual. You have the power and the ability to awaken from this session an entirely new person. Are you ready for that? Nod your head for me, please. Wonderful. You have the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the awareness, and the intention to let go of your negative karma. Remember, rediscover, and revive your positive karma. Reinvent yourself and begin to live the kind of life you want to live, will live, deserve to live. Listen carefully now, and if you have drifted into deep sleep, you will now respond to my voice. You will record and understand this suggestion. It will sink deep into your subconscious mind. It will become a very part of your being, and you will act upon it. During the next 7 days, you will dream about the experiences you had in this session, and during the day, in odd moments of the day, bits and pieces of the experiences that you may have consciously forgotten return to your awareness. Your subconscious mind will work on absorbing and integrating these experiences into your conscious awareness. At the end of 7 days, you'll have a deeper understanding of yourself. You'll see how these experiences fit into the attitudes and feelings that you carry with you now. You'll be in touch with portions of yourself that have been closed away from your awareness. You'll increase your ability to reach those parts of yourself. Your dreams will become more a part of your conscious awareness as this experience today is integrated by you in your own individual search for your own individual truth. You'll use constructively the material that came into your mind in response to my questions as you travel the journey that is your life. Now, it's time to return to the here and now, to this time, this place, this lifetime. When I awaken you, the answers that flashed in your mind to my questions will be vivid in your memory. You will remember everything you have received and re-experienced during this session, and you will continue to gain more and more information about this past life as time passes. This knowledge will filter down from your subconscious to your conscious mind in the form of thoughts or visual impressions. The answers and impressions that came to you will flood back into your memory, and you will be able to fill out the trip record without difficulty. In a moment, I'm going to awaken you by counting from 1 up to 5. When I reach the count of 5, your eyes will open. You'll be wide awake, completely out of the hypnotic state, awakening with a marvelous feeling of well-being, feeling fine and wonderful in every conceivable way, with a big smile on your face. Counting now. 1, you are beginning to awaken. 2, you are completely, totally relaxed. 3, you are physically refreshed, mentally alert. 4, you are exceptionally clear-headed. 5, eyes awake. wide awake, feeling fine and wonderful. How was that?
Yeah, that was so good.